Commentary for this match comes from Stephen Hendry and Clive Everton.
Ronnie O'Sullivan is doubly qualified for the Champion of Champions this year through winning the Masters and the Welsh Open back-to-back last season, and intends to win tonight. Martin Gould, who won his maiden world ranking title last season, the German Masters, is going to try to stop him.
Yeah, it goes without saying, Martin's got to play as good as he can play tonight, I think, to put Ronnie under pressure. We all know that Ronnie's got more gears in his armoury than Martin Gould, so Martin's got to play his best and hope he can put Ronnie under pressure. Important to do it as quick as possible in this match. Stay with him in the first session of 4 frames.
Gould's break-off shot, though, has given O'Sullivan a cut to middle.
Foul. And a miss.
Well, needed to be very thin, but didn't hit it at all.
Yeah, pretty poor misjudgment so early in this match. And what an opportunity. This is a poor shot.
1.
He had a huge margin for error there to get on the black. It's just the sort of bad shots he can't afford if he's going to win this match tonight.
Blue ball.
Well, I was thinking that if Gould is going to win, he needs to get a good start, because if O'Sullivan gets a couple of frames in front, he might not see which way he goes.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
Martin Gould currently ranked 20th, and one thing I would say about him, there's more difference between his best and his worst than there is for most top 30 players. He's what I would call an inspirational player. Paul Collier is the referee. Well, very ragged start.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
Put it on the side jaw.
Yeah, before Martin came out tonight, he'd be just thinking to himself, just hoping to get a couple of easy chances. Maybe just one easy chance in the first frame, and this is his second already. As you said, Clive, that was a very ragged attempt at the pot by Ronnie.
9.
Yeah, pretty basic shot. Okay, had hit it hard, but normally no problem. But put the green on the side jaw, the baulk pocket.
Well, he made contact with the wrong red there. All the reds were covering each other, that's why I had to go into them, but
16.
made contact with the wrong one. And that's a good pot though.
17.
Gould's not done much so far this season. Tonight is an opportunity for him to kick-start it.
$23.
Thinnish cut, not automatic position.
$24.
Didn't come out as well as it might have done.
Looks like he's lining up to take this long yellow on. Lovely pot right in the middle of the pocket. Needs that cue ball to slope a little bit. Oh, that's very unlucky.
26.
Played the positive shot. Could have easily just played safe off one of the colours in the bulk end, but took the positive shot on. He's not had any reward. So end of break.
Martin Gould, 26.
Containing safety, he hopes.
Yeah, it was a containing safety. The good thing about the shot though, the red that he played has gone beyond the blue. So it makes the shot, if Ronnie's going to play the cue ball to the bulk end, just a little bit trickier.
Almost. But here's an excellent chance for O'Sullivan.
Yeah, Sullivan didn't play a very good safety shot, but it kind of forced Martin into taking the long red on. And you always knew that if he missed it, it could probably cost him the frame, the way the reds are.
1. Four. Five.
O'Sullivan normally deadly in this sort of position.
Yeah, that's because he's always got tremendous control of the cue ball. His positional
11.
play is the best in the world.
12.
That's one of the reasons his shot time and the time it takes to build breaks is so quick. Not because when he gets down he plays the shot any quicker than anyone else, but because he never has to think, Clive. He's always perfect position.
18. 19. 26. 27.
Well, a lot of balls moved there, but he always knew what he was doing.
$33. 34. 40. 41. 48.
I think he's got the angle to, just natural angle to pot this red. The cue ball run off 2 cushions in between the yellow and blue. Well, in fact, he was straight enough to play the stun shot, so that's even better.
49.
Only needs the yellow and green
52.
just as well because the brown is situated slightly awkwardly.
54. 57. 61.
So after a ragged start on both sides,
66.
Gould wobbled along red, and O'Sullivan has stepped in to secure the frame.
72.
A 79 clearance from O'Sullivan. He leads by a frame to nil.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions and the concluding match in Group 3 featuring
frame.
Martin Gould and Ronnie O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan has taken the opening frame. This is now the second.
This best of 11 frames match resumes with Ronnie O'Sullivan leading Martin Gould by a frame to nil.
He'd love to take the red to the right corner, but that red below the black is stopping that, so he's playing this red to the left corner. Again, he can leave things on if he misses this. And that's a mile out. He's actually missed it by so far, isn't it? He's left Ronnie a little bit awkward on the cushion. Not the sort of thing that gives you confidence, Clive, missing a shot by that far.
Well, did my eyes deceive me, or did he hit it the wrong side? Well, not the outcome that he was looking for, that.
8. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8.
That really was a good pot. First glance, it didn't look on.
So again, he's in early in the frame. The first frame he had a couple of good chances.
5.
Failed to take advantage.
Six. $12. $13.
We'll probably play the cannon into the 3 reds by the pink spot here. At the very least, I'd expect to have a red to the right middle. Bit surprised he's played that shot, and if he's not on a red, well, he's got a red to the yellow pocket, but Is he on this one to the right corner? Strange shot choice that for me. It's a massive target to go into those 5 reds.
Well, I need hardly underline the point that you were always going into bunches and clusters to open the reds at the first reasonable opportunity.
20.
However, Gould is still batting.
$22. $23. $29. $30.
Just off straight, slightly the wrong side.
That was a nice shot. You have to really nip the cue ball well.
37.
Really have to time it perfectly when you're low in the black to get the action on it. Lots of right hand side. It's
38.
turning into a decent opportunity now. Those 2 reds that are together at the 4, to the left of those 4 reds by the right side, because I think the right hand side one will pop,
44.
because I think he played for that shot we talked about earlier.
45.
So I'd be very disappointed if he didn't win the frame from here. You have to show
52.
Sullivan, Clive, don't you, that you take these chances, you're up for the battle, because he just preys on weakness.
$53.
I don't think O'Sullivan is expecting another chance in this frame, but still he might get one.
$60.
Again, a delicate little shot required here. Turn the cue ball back for the black.
61.
Over the line, surely. O'Sullivan needs snookers, but
68.
I doubt whether he'll be playing for them.
69.
In fact, there's a chance here for Gould to make a century.
And just follow the cue ball into those
75.
two reds just to nudge one away from the other, leave himself on the black.
76. Martin Gould 76 and the frame.
No century, but he's perfectly happy with 76. Martin Gould levels the match at 1-all.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions tournament from Coventry. It's the concluding match in Group 3. Martin Gould and Ronnie O'Sullivan fighting for a semi-final place. O'Sullivan took the first frame, Gould took the second. This is now the third. We pick up the action with both players searching for the perfect safety. Commentary from Stephen Hendry and Clive Everton.
That's good. Can't pot that. Yes, took the cue ball through the green. The red was well directed. That's snooker, no accident. Gould plays the glancing escape perfectly. O'Sullivan comes out on top though in the safety duel.
One.
He came to the table needing only a red and a colour. That was the red. And here's the colour.
Six. Eight. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8.
$34 the difference. Only 25 on.
Three. Martin Gould, 3. Foul. Martin Gould 4.
O'Sullivan's escape. Shaves past the brown. Now, it's 2 snookers to win, 2 4-point snookers to win. One 5-point snooker to tie. Made the escape that time. I think the standard of snookering and counter snookering has improved generally amongst the top players on the circuit in the last few years, because there are so many tournaments that it's also intensely competitive. Mark Selby is a terrific layer of snookers, for instance. So Gould has potted the brown. 1 5-point snooker to tie.
Martin Gould 4.
Had the blue dropped, it would have been 1 6-point snooker to win. O'Sullivan's long pot fails, so he's still not over the line.
Yeah, I think if Martin gets the opportunity, he will pot the blue. As you say, Clive, and only in 1 snooker to win, especially where the black is. It's in a decent position. There was a shot if he plays the blue almost full in the face with lots of left-hand side. The cue ball can go in behind the black, but the blue's going to be near that left corner pocket.
Foul.
Oh well. End of frame. Was trying to stun over via the side cushion behind the black, but he's just left O'Sullivan with a simple chance to clinch the frame.
Five. Ronnie O'Sullivan 11 and the frame.
O'Sullivan had a 52 break in that frame and managed to hold off most of Gould's attempts at snookering. So O'Sullivan leads by 2 frames to 1.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions match between Martin Gould and Ronnie O'Sullivan. It is the final match in Group 3. The winner progresses to the semi-finals. O'Sullivan is ahead by 1 as we pick up the action at the start of the 4th frame.
Thank you, frame 4. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break. Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Unlucky. Didn't intend, of course, to contact a second ball, but even so, unlucky that the cue ball ended up in the pocket. Particularly as it left O'Sullivan what to him
1.
was a straightforward half ball red from the baulk line.
Yeah, he'd have been disappointed. I know that was a good
O'Sullivan,
long
1.
pot, but he'd have been disappointed to put the cue ball there, Ronnie, because he overhit that. He had ball in hand, so it was a comfortable long pot. But that attempt at the green was well, I don't know how you describe that. It was a very poor shot. As I said, he doesn't look focused at all tonight, to me, Ronnie. Didn't have to do much to win the last frame. And as a player out there, you've got to read signs in matches, and Martin's got to read signs that his opponent's not on his game tonight. Easier said than done. So I know at any time Ronnie can turn it on.
O'Sullivan has made breaks of 79 and 52 tonight in the 2 frames that he's won, but in broken play he's made quite a few mistakes. Didn't mean to flick the green on the way back. Caught his safety too thin.
You can play for the black here to the left corner. Choose to just drop on it dead weight, or the 2 reds to the right, the black spot, and can play a cannon on that if there's too much angle just to drop it in. He's played the cannon. He's just let the cue ball drift. I think he's still on the black, but this pot is tricky. This needs good cueing. Guaranteed to be on a red to the right corner, so just concentrate on the pot. Yeah, it's a lovely shot. Much trickier pot than it looked on the screen.
8. 9. 16. 17. 24. 25. 26. 32. 33. 40.
Played a cannon on the green there. Just overscrewed the cue ball. That's why he's having to play this with extension and the rest. He's still no problem. And that is a very poor shot there.
41.
That's a shocker.
Well, grossly underhit.
This red to the right middle. It's tricky, bridging over that red and the black cushion.
Well, that's what
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
probably
48.
caused him to miss it.
Yeah, just that sort of shot. It's very easy to decelerate. And just, you got that little bit of left hand side. Just pulls it thin. But never had complete control of the cue ball in that break, which is unusual. Where's this cue ball going?
1.
Well, not in, but awkward.
Martin Gould 1.
Very awkward that was.
Yeah, it was a big black to take on, wasn't it? At 53 points behind. It was a very tricky shot.
Well, I suppose he thought that if he got it, he'd get right back into the frame.
8.
And that's not going to happen now.
Yeah, Ronnie far from his best so far in this match, but still
16.
takes a commanding lead to the first interval.
17. 20. 21. 28. 29.
O'Sullivan nowhere near his best, but still probably playing rather better than he imagines.
$35. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 35. And the frame. 15 minutes.
An unsatisfying half session for O'Sullivan, but nevertheless he leads by 3 frames to 1 at the mid-session interval.
Ronnie O'Sullivan heads into the break with a commanding lead against Martin Gould, and Gould sees plenty of grounds for optimism. We join the action at the start of the fifth frame. O'Sullivan 3-1 ahead, and commentary from Stephen Hendry and Clive Everton.
Both players will be trying to improve their general level of play. O'Sullivan in particular has made some surprising positional errors, although his safety and tactical play has been very good. Just a safety, but he wasn't expecting to double the red over the baulk pocket. Intended to leave that red pretty much on the baulk line, tight to the cushion.
One.
Well, they're never a given getting positional, getting perfect position on the colour after the shot. When the ball's so close into the jaws of the pocket. He's got this brown to the right corner, and if it's straight, it's just a matter of following the cue ball through for a choice of 2 reds to the left corner. Yeah, well done.
Five.
Gould's career was under some threat 12, 15 months ago, when he kept getting severe pain in his ear when he was on long haul flights. Took a while to sort it out, and in the end the problem was solved by having his wisdom teeth out in the summer.
Yeah, he's shaking his head because he wanted to be straight in this red to the right corner, so he could just follow through for the black to the opposite pocket. He can play a cannon. The red it's above the one he's going to play. He can use that to hold for the black. I mean, I'm presuming the black does pot to left corner. Maybe it doesn't. So if it doesn't, it's really hard to see how he can get in a colour here because that loose red and the bunch is in the way for the path of the cue ball. He may have to force the cue ball through the bunch here. That's what he's tried.
13.
And at first glance, I don't see a pot. Brown looks the only potable colour. Is he on the black? Oh, this is a result. Tough shot. I think the pink's available to the right corner.
20. $21.
Oh, as the guys were saying in the studio at the interval, he's got to take these opportunities. He is a heavy scorer when he's playing well.
And if he can win this frame, he'll only be one behind. No spot available for the pink, so it goes as near as possible to its own spot, in a
27.
direct line between it and the black spot. as near as possible to the nearest ball without actually touching it.
.28.
Would love to try and get on that red to the left of the black. To the left corner. Open the black up to both pockets.
.33. .34.
Yeah, it's perfect. So once he pots this red, it really becomes a lot more straightforward to win the frame at this visit. Important frame
40.
in the match for Martin Gould. This far more important for Martin than Ronnie, you would think.
41. .48. .49.
Yeah, shake of the head, careless. Just off straight the wrong way on the black. Can follow through for the red to the right centre of two cushions. But just these little slips in positional play.
56.
Just make. You want to make winning the frame at one visit as easy as possible.
.57.
A moment of alarm as the cue ball flicked off a second red and went perilously near the middle pocket.
.62.
Red and reasonably high value colour would leave O'Sullivan needing a snooker. Oh dear, oh dear.
Martin Gould, 62.
Tried to play on the blue there. Red and blue would have put him 68 in front, whereas even the brown would only have put him 67 in front with 67 on.
1.
Yeah, he's perfect on the brown. One cushion into the bunch. If this turns out well, there's a new favourite for the frame. He'd love to be in the red that's next to the black.
5.
But judging from his body language, I don't think he's on that one. $62.5 to Gould. Clive, who would your money be on now for the win of the frame?
Well,
6.
it all depends what happens to the red and black.
Well, that was almost the best shot he's
12.
played in the match so far if he landed on a red. That was, he didn't want to be straight in that pink, but he cued it superbly.
13.
That was a good shot as well.
$18. $19.
No, I'd like to see it leave on angle in this red. Wants that cue ball to stop, doesn't want to be straight. He wants to be able to play a little cannon on that red and black here.
25.
Got down and played that quite quickly for me.
26.
He's still nice on the blue though.
Pink's in the way of the direct cannon on the red and black.
Played to miss the pink there. Had an extreme left-hand side on the cue ball there. He'd be disappointed,
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 31.
but he's still in the frame.
There are no colours safe, so one way or another, what happens to this last red is probably going to decide the frame.
Seated, Ronnie? You've got to let it drop in, okay?
Well,
It's a foul. Martin Gould for free ball.
O'Sullivan knew that the cue ball was going to drop in, but you're simply not allowed to stop it with your hand or your cue. And he couldn't concede because it's only 35 the difference. Free ball.
Pink ball.
So pink is an extra red.
One. Black ball. Eight.
43 in front, only 35 on. It was extraordinary, wasn't it, Stephen? Ronnie stopping the cue ball going in the pocket. He must know the rule.
Yeah, but it's all these little things that sometimes Ronnie does. It's a sign to me that he's not focused on this match at all tonight.
$12. 14. $17. 21. $26.
Well, not only the
32.
fact of winning this frame, but the manner of it has done Gould good.
Martin Gould 39 in the frame.
So breaks of 62 and 39 from him in that frame, and he has reduced Ronnie O'Sullivan's lead to 3-2.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions and the concluding match in Group 3 featuring Martin Gould and Ronnie O'Sullivan. Gould has just taken the 5th frame to narrow the gap to O'Sullivan. This is now the 6th.
Maybe O'Sullivan is not really on it at the moment. Towards the end of that frame, there was a shot of him in his chair and his eyes looked quite glazed.
Yes, I mean it's a strong thing to say, but I mean he almost looks bored out there tonight. You just get that feeling that he just wants this match over with.
I think O'Sullivan gets fed up when he's not playing as he thinks he should play. He's not really one for grinding it out in lower gears.
When he's in the mood, he'll play safety all day with opponents, but just in my opinion, he doesn't look in the mood for this tonight. There's every chance he'll still go on and win the match, but this will be a result. This is a result landing on the pink. That was not as played.
No, didn't intend to flick off the black. In the English Open, O'Sullivan lost to Chris Wakelin, middle ranking player from
7.
Nuneaton. And he said he wasn't too disappointed because tournaments these days were like buses. One was coming along quickly after another. And the matches that he has lost this season, he certainly tried his best, but I think
14.
he finds it harder to try when he knows that he's not functioning
15.
somewhere near his best.
$21. $22. $26. $27. $32. 33. 38. 39. 44. 45. 48.
Excellent positional shot there. Played for the single red.
$49.
And another good shot there. So many players you see, they get wrong side of the blue 3 or 4 times in this break. Ronnie's been absolutely perfect.
$54. 55.
'The winning post in this 6th frame coming into view.
61. 62.
And for somebody who, as we've said, doesn't seem to be quite on it,
68.
this isn't bad.
Yeah, but this is the sort of bread and butter stuff when you watch
69.
Ronnie. When he gets in amongst the balls, it doesn't matter how disinterested he may look or how poorly you think he's playing. When he gets amongst the balls, he's always going to score.
75. 76.
This part of the game comes so easy to him.
82. 83.
'Try to move the red into a potable position.
89.
So that was a nice
89 on the front.
89 from him, and he restores a 2-frame lead, this time at 4-2.
The 7th frame. Martin Gould to break.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions tournament from Coventry. It is the concluding match in Group 3, Martin Gould and Ronnie O'Sullivan fighting for a semi-final place. O'Sullivan has just taken the 6th frame with a break of 89. He's now just 2 away from a place in the semi-finals. This is now the 7th, commentary from Stephen Hendry and Clive Everton.
Martin Gould again 2 frames behind, this time at 4-2. First to 6 wins.
1. Three.
Well, it's okay since he's on his red above the black. I thought it was going to stop under the edge of the red the cue ball was nearest.
4. Eleven. Oh. $19.
Hasn't come far enough for the red to the left of the black.
$20.
Dropped on an alternative, however.
$25. $26.
Didn't catch the cannon quite as thick as he wanted to.
33.
Has a red to right middle, but doesn't have black to left corner after it. Very good.
34.
Yeah, that was excellent. Has to be said, played with a little bit of safety. I wasn't going to leave anything should he miss it, but still an excellent pot in position.
41.
Well, he's not happy about this, but I think just thinking some way he can stun the cue ball, just leave it where the red is. Yeah, nice angle just to go into the right hand side of this bunch as we look at it. There's 3 reds at the base of the pack. The 2 to the right are the ones I'd like to make contact. He's looking at a red, possible red to the right corner, but so may have no need to go into the bunch here, but certainly got a nice angle. Yeah, obviously the red at the back of the pack pots to the left corner.
$49. 50. $56.
So still needs
57.
another red to win this frame. So this is not a straightforward cannon into the bunch. You must hit this pink full in the face. Anything either side of it, you can go in off in either of the corner pockets. So this is not easy. Didn't get the pink actual straight on full in the face, and that's why he hasn't opened the reds.
62.
And why the cue ball has ended up where it is.
Martin Gould, 62.
A very good 62, but still short of the winning line in this 7th frame. Nil 62 seems a lot, but on innumerable occasions O'Sullivan has cleared up from a deficit like that if he gets a chance. Just reached. Because of the red nearest the right middle, there are not many shots down to the baulk area on this occasion. Well, that's okay though. A fluke. And there is a strong possibility it could be a significant one.
Seven. Eight.
Yeah, this is a great chance to pinch this frame.
14. 15. 21. 22.
Another slight shake of the head. Left him straight in the black. Rescued the situation, and well, looking at the way the balls are, there's only one winner now for this frame.
$30. $36. 37.
No just cause or impediment to O'Sullivan going 5-2 up here.
$42. 44.
If you have a stroke of luck, make the most of it. And that's what he's doing.
Yeah, possibly early on in the
47.
frame when Martin was on that break of 62. He had a chance to go into the bunch off the black, refused it, decided to take the open reds, and ended up having to play a far more difficult shot off the blue
51.
to open them up. So perhaps a wrong shot choice has cost him this frame. Obviously no accounting for the fluke, as you say, Clive.
56.
Well, he's not perfect on this pink though.
Pink and black still needed.
$62.
Screw on left hand side keeps him in position. Wow, wow.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 62.
Well, you'd have put your house on O'Sullivan potting that. So Gould's still in it.
Yeah, again, Ronnie fortunate not to leave a pot on after missing that black off a spot.
Now, has that miss on the black shaken O'Sullivan? Is he going to make another mistake? Gould played the double in such a way that he was always leaving the cue ball on the ball cushion. Nearly got it. Gould took the lead in this frame with a break of 62. O'Sullivan replied with one of 62. Missed the black from its spot for a 5-2 lead. But now he's looking at the possibility of a cut to corner.
Yeah, these are the kind of shots, if you get really close, you can leave it over the pocket. If he misses it, as long as he misses it by a distance, he'll get it safe.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 7 and a
Well, he hasn't missed it. After missing that simple black for the frame, he kept his nerve to pot that one. He goes 3 up with 4 to play at 5-2.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions match between Martin Gould and Ronnie O'Sullivan. It is the final match in Group 3. The winner progresses to the semi-finals. O'Sullivan is now just a frame away from victory. This is the 8th.
So, O'Sullivan resumes, leading 5-2. And at the end of the evening, will we be looking back on that 7th frame as the key frame, a frame in which Gould scored first with 62. O'Sullivan started his reply of 62 with a fluke, missed a simple black for frame, but after a brief safety duel he managed to pot it, and thus is 3 up with 4 to play. Gould staked everything on that red, knew that he'd be leaving another red if he didn't pot it.
1.
Sometimes, of course, you do have to commit yourself, and he thought that that was worth a go.
Eight. Nine. 16.
One of Ronnie's great strengths throughout his career has been his ability to close the match out as soon as he gets an opportunity.
17.
Wouldn't be surprised if this was the final visit of this match, even at this early stage.
22.
It's also a very different score, 5-2 instead of the 4-3 it could easily have been.
23. 30. 31. 33. 34. 39. 40. 47. 48. 55. 56.
So, looks like there's one tricky blue. You expect him to get it, but could have been easier. It's going to win him the match.
61.
Well, he's made this 61 break in 4 minutes 15 seconds. Justifying your faith after the
62.
second red, I think it was, Stephen, that this would be the winning visit.
Yeah, it's probably obviously the clearance in the last frame up to the black in this break. It's the first time
64.
he's looked focused on what he has to do. And sometimes you just get a feeling. That's what the top players do. They sense the chance to win the match and they take it.
Well, we've been saying that O'Sullivan hasn't been at his best tonight.
68.
Has made quite a few mistakes, but he's made breaks of 79, 52, 48, 89, 62, and now this match-clinching effort.
Yeah, his first and second gears are still a lot better than most of the players out there.
76.
Their A game.
'83. '84.
And now intent on polishing off the evening with century number 831.
90. '91.
Quite a few low value colours in this
94.
break.
96.
So it looks like being a total clearance of around 120.
99. '103. '108. 114.
So O'Sullivan ends the evening in style with a total clearance of 121. He beats Martin Gould by 6 frames to 2.
Ronnie O'Sullivan is the first name into the semi-finals. 3 more groups still to play, featuring some of the biggest names in the sport in the Dafabet Champion of Champions.